Hello everyone, and we are live on YouTube, joining, now plugging all of other platforms, going live on Instagram as well. Let us go live here as well. Hello everyone. Hi Tina. Hello Marta, happy to join today. Okay. Hi Rikki. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome everyone to this spontaneous live. We're
Mhm.
so happy. We're so happy that you are with us, whether you're watching live or on a replay. Come and bring high vibe, positive energy. And if you're feeling low, just keep raising your vibration. Hopefully with us, sharing our stories, pulling some cards, you will feel uplifted. And yeah, I'll light up my candle as well.
Yeah, my candle's already lit.
See, you're very well prepared. Well prepared.
You.
Hmm.
Oh my goddess. Can you believe it? This is the 8th of July, y'all. This is the 8th of July. Where is this year going?
Hmm.
This year is just wow. So I am in my full hot girl summer. Shout out to Meg the Stallion. I am fully immersed in my hot girl summer. I am out here in these streets, meeting people, attending events, retreats. Speaking of retreats, we got to talk about our retreat and let the people know.
Which retreat? The retreat. And many more that are to be organized
Oh
after
my
this one. Yeah.
goddess. Oh my goddess, y'all. Let me get my bell.
Hello to everyone who's joining. Hi, Sylvia. So nice to see you. I think I'm live on YouTube as well. So give us a couple of seconds. It's spontaneous. Let us know how you are. How you are. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm live here as well. Let's see. I'm just checking some. Yeah, it's all live here. Okay. Oh, and we've got hi Nate and hi Tima
Live on
here. Okay.
Instagram. We are live. We are
We
just
are
live all over the
live and alive. Live and alive.
live and alive, y'all. So, if I could just start off by ringing my bell, clearing this stuck or any stuck or stagnant energy that may be around us in our auric field. And I'm calling in the Most High, God, goddesses, our ancestors, our nature spirits, Mama Earth, Mbuya Nahanda, Radical Rebirth. And I am calling us together to thank y'all for bringing us together today for this spontaneous conversation. Let's see what magic happens. Thank you for keeping us safe and on track. Yeah. Speaking of on
Thank
track,
you.
I do have a message for the collective.
Please do share.
Um, so Mercury retrograde is upon us.
Mm,
I don't know the exact dates of
I've
Mercury.
experienced that. I know it without checking.
Okay,
Right.
okay. Mercury retrograde is upon us, y'all, and
Mm.
um, it'll be with us for about a month. I know it ends August 17th, I want to say, but anyway, whether we're actually in it right now or in the pre-shadow, which we're probably in the pre-shadow, let me just tell you, Spirit says, so basically the planet Mercury is, and today's a Mercury day, today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. So day of communication. Mercury is the planet of communication. So when the planet goes retrograde, that means it goes in the opposite direction. And what does that mean? That
Rikki?
can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm just interrupting you
Uh-huh.
to get you off track, but it's one of the cards that I pulled for my membership today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is for real, y'all. This is what I'm channeling. So spirit says, so when Mercury is going in reverse, the planet of communication, that means that our communication can get a little jumbled, right? How we communicate with other people, how we communicate with ourselves. Also, expect people, places, things from your past
Hmm.
to rear their ugly head.
Hmm.
They might pop in to see if you've healed, right? To see if they can dangle that carrot in front of you so that you could be like, ah, I gotcha. And then meanwhile, they'll be like, ah, I got you. And so just be aware that during this time for this month, right? Spirit's really telling me less is more. More listening, less flapping your gums. And if you do have something to say, you know, take your time. Take your time and be thoughtful, especially when you're speaking to yourself, right? That negative self talk, and how you speak to other people. Just take an extra beat and be a little bit more thoughtful during this time because you don't want to end up saying something that you don't mean, that you regret. Yeah. So, and also be gentle with yourselves. That's what I got for y'all for now.
For
More
now.
messages are coming. More messages are coming.
Of course.
Coffee break? Are you having? Oh, I love your pink cup.
Oh, well, I am. Yeah, it's a coffee break, live, everything. Yeah, I'm having my coffee.
Yes, me
Yes,
too. Me too. I said, oh, we're gonna
hopefully
have
everyone's got their favorite drinks as well. Well, I have coffee and I have water and everything here.
of course. You must stay hydrated.
Hmm.
Also, I do have something else to say.
Please do, please do.
So, y'all. So here's what happened, right? When you go on Facebook and you get, oh my goddess. So I went on Facebook a few days ago and it appeared that someone had replied to a comment that I had made. And when I clicked on the post and the comment and the reply, y'all, I was mortified. I was mortified. What had happened was 6 years ago, 6 years ago, I had replied to a post. I had made a comment, a very rude, awful comment. The post was a couple, a black couple who it was a side by side. One image was of them when they had just gotten married. And then the second image was them of, let's say, 50 years later. And the caption was something like 50 years to married, 6 kids, 12 grandkids, blah, 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 right? Just bigging them up, bigging up their black love. And my comment said, I wonder how many kids he has outside of the marriage. Now, I was mortified, right? So the reply that someone replied to me 6 years later, just a few days ago, was, those are my parents. He has no kids out of the marriage. And then someone else made a comment underneath with the angry face, with the red face. And I was mortified. So what did I do, y'all? I took accountability. I said, I apologized. I said, this is an awful, awful comment. Please forgive me. I am a much different person now. And then she replied to me and she says, "You are already forgiven. The internet, makes people think they can say what they want." And it's true. And then I replied to her saying, "Thank you for your forgiveness. I also forgive myself. And also thank you for this lesson and this reflection, because what who was I and what emotional state was I in 6 years ago for me to make that comment?" And that was it. She loved the comment, and that was it. But just thinking, right? So pre-shadow Mercury retrograde, things coming back from your past. Just be gentle with yourself, your former versions of yourself, your unhealed versions of yourself. 6 years ago, I was a very unhealed human being. I have done immense shadow work on myself to get to this place right now. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. So shout out to Janice Cook and her beautiful family. Yeah, yeah, y'all.
Thank you for sharing it. And I know you shared that with me. We do speak on WhatsApp
Yeah.
about various things, but it's so nice. It's so nice for other people to realize that we can always apologize, but we can always apologize to ourselves and being I think it's about being compassionate towards ourselves as well, knowing that we didn't know any better back then. And also, anytime we behave in a way that later on we are not proud of ourselves, this is a collection of all of our like life experiences or things that we, in terms of like the worldviews, like, so in terms of that relationship, perhaps you witnessed around you that this is what all men do,
Mhm,
and then this was your unhealed version reacting, but like then you owned it and you apologized.
mhm.
At the same time, I feel like there's nothing to be ashamed of like right now, because we change and evolve. So yeah, I'm getting a message for everyone, like, to not be ashamed of making mistakes, and we all upgrade, we all evolve, we all learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very true. It's very true. When I was sitting back looking at the post and then looking at my comment and then looking at Janice's comment, I'm thinking, why would I even say such a thing? My own father, shout out to my dad, Derek. He is the greatest dad.
Mm,
Sure, he's not perfect. However, I and sure, my grandfather wasn't there for my father, and he had other kids outside of the marriage, but my own, and so maybe that's where it came from. That I
mm,
don't know. All I know is that the comment came out. It was an unhealed version of myself, and definitely there is a thread of ancestral trauma there, right? Like you said, something that you may have seen, something that I have may have seen that triggered that response in me. And it is very true that forgiveness is the key. That's what we spoke about a lot during our retreat. Forgiveness, forgiving ourselves for things that we've done in the past, and it's okay to release. To
mhm. Tina is saying here, we all change over time. You owned it. That's awesome. Yeah.
thank you, Tina.
Mm.
Thank
Spirit
you.
is just coming through there, like making me think about various subjects. I'm like, I had a reply. I wanted to reply, and now they're like talking about something else. I'm like, come on, like, stop interrupting me. Stop interrupting me. Like, not everyone at the same time. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm really trying to stay focused.
Come
We're just
through,
mentioning.
Sarah. What you got to say
No,
to?
I'm like, stop. I'm not channeling, but yeah, owning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Like, I know what I wanted to say. Will will I get derogatory or like negative comments, but not on a day-to-day basis? Because first of all, I believe when we protect our energy, when we raise our vibration, we do not attract those energies and we are not an energetic match to people attacking us. But
Mm,
at the same time, I love to see or perceive people who try to bring me down, as I always try and see an inner child or a child in them, the hurt child in those people. Because why would people be bringing me down whenever I'm getting happy or successful or do more business? Then there are people commenting on something in a very, very nasty way. And then I'm thinking, has there ever been an instance of anyone who's happy in their life, very successful, who would waste their time and really try to bring me down? No.
no.
So people who are hurting, people who have so much problems in their own lives, they almost like feel entitled, that they just want to lash at other people. And especially when you're in an online space, like people
Mm,
almost feel like there's no accountability. And I
yes.
always try and teach my children as well. I like that quote someone said: say what you mean what you say, but don't say if it's mean.
Mm,
Yeah, and I feel like we should be kind, and you can think certain things, but like if something's not going to be constructive, if you're not going to add a value to it, why would you say it? Why would you say something nasty just to feel better
mm,
because other person's success or something doesn't make you feel good? I'm like, oh,
mhm.
I feel like so sorry for those people sending lots of love. And I've realized that there are like fewer people that come to my space who try and do it, but they still do.
Yes, yes,
And
yes,
it sometimes hurts.
yes.
But then I know it always comes from those people who are so much struggling uh,
Mhm.
at different levels. And also, frequently, it is also an opportunity for us to see who shouldn't be around us. This
Mhm.
is also for us to realize, I need to set firmer boundaries. I do not want to have those people around me, because if someone's just like rude, whether using sarcasm or like joking, and there's always a grain of truth in it, why would I allow those people around me? So I think like the spirit world is also asking you to take inventory of people who are around you, and whether they're respecting you, whether they're adding value, whether they're uplifting you. And then, like, of course, you have a free will and decide whether you want them. But spirit world does not want you to be a martyr. They don't want you to like suffer for the sake of suffering, or this is the way it is, people are awful. Like, the more you're going to focus on that, the more you're going to attract of what you don't want. So concentrate on having fun, concentrate on those glimmers, joy. And I'm not talking about like major things, of course they can also be, but like my favorite cup of coffee right now.
Yay!
I know Ricky and I, like, we love to dance, anything that brings you joy, and you add that on, and I don't know, life gets better. It's almost like were you perceive the world through a different lens, and you're still like realistic. You're not like in the clouds and completely detached from the reality, but like you perceive things differently.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Totally. That really resonates with me, with people making nasty comments on social media. Usually I don't get any nasty comments. However, recently, since I've been more active on social media and my mission has changed and been more direct, in Escape the Matrix and
Hmm.
assisting other Black women and women of color exit the United States of America with strategy and soul, exit the grips and oppression of the United States of America with strategy and soul, like I did in 2023. I would get a couple of comments, whether, oh, enjoy your freedom, you're not really free, or I would get the or I would get like the um um what's the word? Oh, gentrifier. Don't you're a gentrifier. Don't bring people to my country. And it's like, what? First of all, I never knew any black people ever to be gentrifiers. That's number one. Number two,
Mhm.
where I live on the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica, my ancestors, my African ancestors, built this town, this beautiful
Mhm.
town. So this is my birthright. However, like you said, sometimes it does hurt, right? When you can read these shocking comments. However, you send people love and light, and a lot of times it is a test to see, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep going? Are you just going to hit the delete button and the block button and just continue on your path? Or are you going to be afraid, shocked, which I was for a moment? And are you going to stop? Which I did not, right? I took a minute, deleted, and continue on my path. So just know that there are many tests out there for you. Even though at the time it may be hurtful, however, there's a lesson in it for you, and to continue on your path of greatness. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Do you have headphones on? Sorry, I'm hearing a noise as well. Or you don't have them?
Do you want?
But I might be hearing voices and sounds that are not happening. But like I can hear like, really loud noises. But I don't know. It
Can you
sometimes
go
happens. Hello, everyone who's joining us. So nice to see you all. And then unmute yourself. I don't know. Just oh
hear it now?
yeah. No, I don't hear it. Sometimes when you've got headphones, it's okay. Then I can concentrate because then I'm like, yeah. So
Okay.
Tina's saying great advice, Rikki. It's clear here. Perfect. It's just Marta hearing voices, and I'm not like trying to stay focused.
There it is tapping in. Spirit's like, hello, hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It was funny today. I was recording a podcast just before the person that I interviewed came onto StreamYard. I wish I had taken a picture, but yeah, I don't have a picture. But I could see Archangel Michael, and there was so much Archangel Michael's blue rays like of light, and it was a sunny day. And now, of course, I was like, are those the crystals? So, like checking, like, are there any reflections? But like, there was nothing. My phone wasn't like nearby. There was just, I have absolutely nothing like blue here. And I was just trying to check, like, what is it? What is it creating that blue ray of light? And I knew like the person I spoke with was very spiritual, and it was just yeah, part of the conversation. And then she joined and it disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Archangel Michael's been supporting, well, not only me, but I knew he wanted to be, well, he wanted me to channel some messages and to bring a little bit of hope to those who are struggling. And we've been talking about the boundaries, and of course, we associate Archangel Michael with a sort of protect, like he can help you to cut the cords and
Mm-hmm.
really protect your energy. But if you're still attracting those negative energies, know that you can pray, know that you can ask, well, any angel, but I want to acknowledge Archangel Michael or God, God of your own understanding,
Mm-hmm.
to protect you, and they are going to be so happy to use their shields of protection during the most challenging moments of my life when I was psychically attacked, where various people really try to really impact my well-being. I had various, I remember, archangels in different corners of my energetic bubble, and it works. So like, do not, well, ask for help. There's nothing too small or too big for archangels. I keep hearing, just ask for help. They want you to, yeah, Archangel Michael really, really wants you to ask for help if you need to. Yeah, this is what I keep hearing.
So true. And also, Spirit says, when you ask for help, oh shit, I just lost it, y'all. Oh, thank you. Um,
I
like
keep hearing the
I love
psychics.
it.
Yeah, we're talking.
um, you can co-create together, right? Like sometimes we've
Mhm.
been taught to when if we pray to God, like that God makes the rules. However, you can literally
You're on mute. Unmute yourself.
ah
Golden nuggets, freaky. Unmute yourself. Unmute. Yeah.
okay. What did you hear? What did you not hear? You didn't hear anything. Okay.
Like I'm trying to listen to you, not to all of the guides and loved ones. I'm like, stay focused. Stay
Okay.
focused.
So what they are saying, right? Just like how you said, ask for help. Spirit's like, yes, ask for help, and we can co-create together, right? Like just how Martha and I co-created together and we made something to come to life. You can also co-create with your angels, with God, with your ancestors, to come up with a plan, to come up with your game plan in life, right? Like, this is what I want. How can we do it? I'm open to suggestions, and really co-create something fantastic for your lives together. Often we've been taught that, we go humbly, which of course we do.
Hmm.
But yet, God says this and you have to do what he says, or then. And it's not like that at all. It's like, he's or she is there to co-create with you, that God wants you to be happy. The Most High wants you to be happy. Your ancestors, angels, they want you to be happy. So when you go to them and ask them for assistance and guidance, make it good, make it juicy. You are worthy of asking for everything in the world, not just asking for, this much. Can I just have this, please? Girl, ask for what you want. Yeah, and say it with your chest. Believe it in your body, and you got it. That's what they say. Hmm.
Hmm.
Thank you, Spirit.
Yeah, because there's no limit in terms of what we can manifest, what we can bring to our reality. And the fact is that, hello to everyone who's joining us. So I'm so happy. We're so happy that you're here.
Yeah.
Focus, Marta. What has Marta been mentioning today? They're like disturbing me, and they're talking. Um, no, no, like Jimmy's interrupting, other guys are interrupting. I'm like, stop talking,
Come
stop talking.
through, Jimmy. Oh, Tina with an E.
Oh, you're replying. Thank you,
Yes,
Tina.
I didn't know that I could see the comments, but I can see the
Oh,
comments.
you can, yeah, inside the StreamYard. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and not on the.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're like interrupting me today. Change of subjects. I'm like, stop, stop, stopping. Yeah, but like you can basically, I know what I wanted to say. What they wanted me to say is basically you have a free will,
Mm-hmm.
and well, my spirit guide agrees like that. You should always choose whatever brings you happiness and joy. If you're not going to be specific and ask what you want to experience in this lifetime, like your spirit team, first of all, they can't intervene, and they don't know what you want, so like they're not assisting you. So first of all, get clear what is it that you want, and then tap into, whenever you've got a choice, like choose what brings you joy, choose what makes you feel uplifted, choose what really sets your like heart, soul on fire. Because no matter what decision you're going to make, no matter what path you are going to choose, there will always be life lessons for you to learn. You're not going to avoid life lessons, no. So like ask for everything, anything that you want, because we have the polarity of life experiences, and then like with sadness there is happiness and etc. So keep asking your angel spirit guides. They want you to ask for it all, but they also want you to spend time with yourself and get honest. What is it really that you want? And they want you to be honest with yourself in the moment when your vibration is high up, because you want to be clear what is it that you want to bring to your energy when you are uplifted, when your vibration is high, because you do not want to manifest from the space of fear. You
Yes.
want to tap into the opposite, which is the energy of love.
Mhm.
And I'm sure there will be people who will be able to relate that in the past you might have thought, oh, I wanted this and that, and then like the universe brought it, and like, have I even asked for that? Like, why didn't I want it? And then like you can always take that inventory, what mental, emotional, spiritual space I was in, like when asking it. Did I ask out of like need, or out of feeling like really that I deserve it all? Like, pay attention to that.
Yes. Oof. Yes. There's a huge difference from asking for something when you are in the frequency of fear, which is like the lowest, and scarcity. Oof. As
Mm-hmm.
opposed to when you are vibrating at the frequency of joy and happiness. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. So it's like you said, thank you, Spirit Guides. It's very important for you to ask and manifest out of a place of happiness and abundance, right? Not like that there's not enough. There's not enough to go around, because this is limitless. The universe, God, Mama Earth, resources, it's limitless. Also, what they want me to highlight is the spirit of competition.
Mm.
The spirit of I gotta shake a bell on that, y'all. The spirit of competition and comparison. Now, when I say the
Mm.
spirit, right? So let's not, we have to look beyond the veil, right? And beyond the veil is beyond what you see here, this skin suit, right? So you see me as Rikki, I see you as Marta. However, what spirit is Rikki carrying? What spirit is Marta carrying? So when you meet someone who carries the spirit, or if you yourself carry the spirit of comparison and competition, Spirit says that every single person was designed with their own private lane. My lane is not Martha's lane. Martha's lane is not my lane. We may do similar things. However, it is not the same. And her medicine is different from my medicine. And we can co create together in this beautiful life, and each bring our separate magic together into this beautiful melting pot to then create something beautiful. Um, so, Spirit just wants to remind you that there is no one created like you, no one out there. And do not get thrown off just because someone is doing something similar to you or may look similar to you, but you are uniquely designed. You are uniquely designed, and your path
Mm.
is your own. Your path is your own. And there is an unlimited abundance, pot of gold out there, whatever you want to call whatever gold is. There is an unlimited amount for us, for you, for me, for everyone.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
right.
I
So
love it.
they just gave me an example like, oh, I'm a yoga teacher, but there's 1,000 yoga teachers out there. Yeah, there are 1,000 yoga teachers out there, but there are no yoga teachers out there like you. You know what I mean? Like, you bring
Hmm.
your own to the party. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what they're saying.
Hmm. Yeah, I love it. And I'm not writing comments on Instagram to acknowledge everyone who's joining, because I don't want it to freeze it. So I'm just saying hello to everyone who's joining, because I don't want that platform to freeze. It's easy to reply on StreamYard. I'm not touching Instagram. It's
Okay.
all there. So I'm just saying hello to everyone joining. I love it. You know, like I got a flashback some years ago. I know in certain circles, they expect you to play it small. They expect you to like to dim your light. And also, this was funny. a funny example that my spirit guide wants to share. Some years ago, I started coming out in certain circles with certain people that I am a psychic medium. And I remember I attended that wellness event. I shared that story many times. And there was that woman, and she's got a local company, runs like events for women, and I took part in her forest bathing event. And then there was a lunchtime, and I knew, like, Spirit told me that she would approach me. And this was the moment for me to start talking openly about me being a psychic medium. And I remember, like, it happened. She came. I had my eyes closed. Like I shared what I was doing. I opened, and she was still there. And I'm like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And she started asking questions. And
Mm,
then when I mentioned what I do, then she asked me, "So what about your competition? Like, have you done like the marketing research?" She started sharing about how challenging it was for her to get clients. And I remember I replied straight away without thinking, "I have no competition." And she looked at me as if I was just insane, but because it wasn't modest, whatever. But it didn't come from the space of comparison, because I've always known, in terms of me being spiritual, in terms of being of service and being a psychic medium, I am in my own lane, and I do not actually care whatever other people are doing.
mhm.
Um, I just follow my guidance. I follow spirit guides. Well, my
Yeah.
spirit guides, I follow my intuition. And my mission is to like keep spreading, well, light and love, but like just being me. So I try not to try. I don't compare myself to anyone else. Of course, we learn from other people, but then
Mhm.
I always bring myself back to my lane. And the way I run this company is so much different than my previous one. I have a background in economics. I have a very, very developed analytical mind. I used to run a translation agency for over 10 years, and I used to be an interpreter. And uh, I know how to do all the marketing like how to do it. But then I don't do it whatsoever right now. I just tap into Jimmy and other spirit guys, and I just do things despite of what everyone is telling me. Like, I keep hearing, "Oh, you should be doing this," and I'm like, "Stop it! I don't want to shoot good woods. Like, let me do it my way."
Yes.
And that includes like being on social media and content. I'm like, I am not converting myself to a content creator. I am not going to be taking videos of my private life. Like, if I feel like doing it, I might, but there are parts of my life that are mine, and
Mm,
there are things that I want to share, but I am not going to be using every single minute of my life to create more content. And I'd rather come and do those lives that I am enjoying, like with you,
yeah.
or when I'm on my own, and then you all come and join me, and then we can communicate. And then every once in a while, it's not every once in a while, I know. And then I do those posts. Paul is saying no sound. Can anyone else confirm whether you can hear us? I wouldn't be surprised.
Hello.
It's Mercury retrograde, so
Yes.
like I wouldn't. Please let us know whether you can hear us.
Yes. Please let us
I'll
know.
wait for someone to confirm. Can you hear us? Let us know.
Testing.
I'll have a
Testing.
sip of water. I'll wait. Anyone? Yes, now. Well, we haven't changed. It's Mercury. It's Mercury retrograde.
That's
Playing
right.
with technology. Oh yeah, Courtney. Yeah, she can hear us. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good.
don't be surprised. Sound keeps coming and going. I know. Yeah, it's been the most flattering things like over the last couple of months. I've been approached by various people. Who have been wanting to be in touch with my podcast production team. Like, who's the podcast production team? And then I've been contacted by certain people who wanted someone who would do the content for their posts. Like, who writes your posts? Yeah, but the reality is that I know one day I can delegate certain
Yeah.
responsibilities in terms of the technical aspect, but posts, I channel them, I
Mm,
download them, and there's no way anyone else would do it. Well, it's not better than me. No one else is me. So of
mhm,
course I can have someone who is going to upload those things, but I channel them, and I don't want to be a machine. I don't want to convert into, yeah, it's not about I cherish our beautiful community, and for me it's not about like the number of followers or the number of viewers. And I get those questions as well when people come to my podcast. Oh, how many viewers do you have? I'm like, I don't care, like, I don't know, I can check that. Like, is your podcast monetized? I've been asked by various like friends of mine when I first started. I'm like, no, I don't do it for money.
I
uh,
know that's right.
just
I know that's right.
and I know like one day it will be monetized, but like I concentrate on having those beautiful conversations with beautiful human beings. And I love it because I am able to read their books, whether they have books or not. I'm able to engage in conversations, and then I'm able to share those with other people here in that online space. And it brings me so much joy. It fills my heart. So you don't do everything for money.
Mhm,
And I'm not saying that money is bad, but like the more we do things our way, the more we give back to our communities, the more abundance comes to us from other places. So I
mhm,
know like many people have been asking me on a repeat, other psychic mediums, like, so do you get clients from those lives? Do you get clients? I'm like, back off, like, leave me. I'm just enjoying my lives. I love pulling cards. Like, stop asking me whether I'm getting clients. Yes, I do get clients. Like, would you want me not to get clients? But
right.
it doesn't always come.
You
And like, yeah, and people like, do you? Because like they're like doubting, can this be like so easy? Yes, it gets to be
Mhm,
easy.
mhm,
Whatever you do, when
mhm.
you show up as you,
Yeah.
because when you're authentic, you are going to attract to your circle people who are, well, like you, or who are ready to hear your truth, or who want to be uplifted, who want to be inspired.
Mm,
So like it's about being kind and operating from the heart space, and then everything else is in alignment.
mhm.
Because you're the real deal. Ooh, I think we're mirroring. So, Paul, you must be a real deal too.
Yes,
It doesn't go one way. Hello, Maria.
hi,
And
Marta.
hello, Gina. Everyone is joining. Hi, hi, hi. And then you share, and then I have to share a very funny story, which might be only funny for me. It's very not appropriate, but I will share it.
Not appropriate. So you mentioned books, right? So I
Yes.
am an author. I'm a best-selling author. However, I have another book out there, y'all. Thank you so much. I just completed and published my second book. It is digital. You can find it on my website. It is called The Free Woman Path. This is a guide full of rituals. We have an appendix of magic, and this book is made for everyone. However, especially for my Black and Brown sisters who are ready to exit the United States with strategy and soul. So it's basically a book, a guide of the 6 phases to make your move abroad. With strategy and soul, I give you some breathwork exercises in each phase. I give you a ritual for each phase. I give you a play. Of course, there's a playlist. Of course, there's a playlist that you can
Hmm.
find on Spotify, and you have access to that playlist too, Martha. Yeah, so it's called The Free Woman Path, and you can find it on my website,
Yeah.
thebutterflyhippie.com. Thank you.
Confirmation.
Just
Yes.
like, good, you told them. I did have another message. Oh my goddess, you said so many things, and they were giving me messages like, yeah, 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 say that.
This is what's happening with Mercury, and then we're spacing out. And like, yeah, are you still live with us? Are you still live with us? We're still we'll still do cards,
Oh
yeah. And
my
then
god,
I'll share that story. But you,
yeah. Let me get the cards, but I don't. Spirit, give it back to me, please. Yeah. Oh, bottom of the deck. Listen, y'all. Imbuya Nahanda, bottom of the deck. Here she is. She is the goddess of radical rebirth. It is time for you to stand in your power. Ooh, that's what it was. You said something about playing small. It is time for you to stand in your power. Stand tall, stand firm, stand strong. You are supported by the seen and the unseen. You are supported by your spirit guides, spirit animals, Mama Earth. It is your birthright to be reborn however many times you choose. The story I told earlier of me making that comment 6 years ago and it coming back, now, I am reborn. I am not the same person that I was
Mm-hmm.
in 2019. Oh my goddess. Oh my goddess. So, oh wow. Mbuya Nahanda is telling you you can be reborn every day if you choose, every week. And when someone says, "Oh, you change," you know those people. Oh, you
Uh-huh.
change, girl.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
Yes, I did.
I did.
Who does she think she is?
Look at
Yes, I know.
that, baby. Yes, absolutely. I did change. Yes, yes, yes. And also, playing small, right? You mentioned that before. I had a situation a few days ago where I played it a little small. I played it a little safe. And Spirit told me that it would happen. Spirit told
Mm-hmm.
me not so much those words. Spirit less is more. However, when I got into the situation, I decided to play it a little safe. And at the end of the situation, I was a little disappointed in myself for not completely shining my light as bright as I know I'm capable of
Mm-hmm.
in that situation. Um, and once again, right, Mercury retrograde, how old patterns and habits may arise for you to be dealt with. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. To be dealt with and released. Because when I realized that I played it small, I said to Spirit, I said to my higher self, I will never let that happen again. I can see the spirit of oppression.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the spirit creeping in of wanting to dim my light or dim the light in others. I'm able to recognize that now, and I will not allow that to happen ever again. I am completely that came up to be released. So I released that the other night. Thank you, Spirit. We have here at the bottom of the deck, of course, we're using African Goddess Rising Oracle, Abiola Abrams, obviously. This is reversed. This is upside down. We have Goddess Tanit. Anytime I read my cards, this deck upside down, that means to pay special attention. So Goddess Tanit here, as you can see, she is from the island of Ibiza in Spain. They still hold dances in her honor on the full moon.
Mm-hmm.
This is talking about pleasure. This is talking about pleasure and really tapping into the joy in your life. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel good, whether it's dance like Marta and I do, singing, cooking, drawing, painting, going for a walk, talking your shit on your podcast. Do what makes you feel good. And anytime you do something that makes you feel good, and that's spirit led, you will never fail. You will never, ever, ever fail. And like Martha said, she don't do this for money, right? However, the money is here, the money is coming. Um, as we walk into our threshold, right? Our new threshold, our new season. But anytime you do something that is spirit led, just know that you are always guided and protected. Yeah. We have self sabotage again, reversed, and this season's card was reversed as well. Mom Lambo, self sabotage. It's time to release those feelings that come up, those old patterns and behaviors that rear their ugly head during this season, they come up for a reason. They come up to be released. So feelings of self-sabotage, playing it small, dimming your own light for others. It's time to release those so that you can continue on forward in your awakening. In your awakening. You know, the good times are here, they're ahead of you. This is summertime. This is a time of harvest. Fearless love. Fearless love. I give love, I receive love, and I am love. I give love, I receive love, I am love. I give love, receive love, I am love. And then we have here celestial alignment, obviously, right? Arms wide open. Come through, rainbow. You know what I mean? All these blessings that are bestowed upon us, right? We have the plants, we have the animals, the clouds, the sun, the moon. Yeah, y'all, you are guided and divinely protected. So keep on going. Tell yourself the truth. Tell yourself the truth and tell others the truth as well. You're okay.
Love it. I'll pull some cards, but I'll tell you that story. That very inappropriate. Well, we share very inappropriate stories that we wouldn't probably be able to share on Instagram because they would delete my Instagram. But there's one I can share. Well, I love decluttering, and whenever I'm in a decluttering mode, like I know, is it Marie Kondo that says, "Does this bring you joy?" And I'm like, keep the bed, keep it, like everything's empty, like everything's out, like keep the bed, keep the bed. But yeah,
Yes.
I've been like donating things, and so yeah, I want to bring a little bit of humor, and I might be the only one who's going to laugh at it, but it brought me so much joy today. So today was the day when they were collecting rubbish, and I could hear the car like approaching, and I had a gigantic bag, hoping that they would take an extra one so I wouldn't have to travel somewhere far to recycle that. So I just dragged that massive bag. I still got my shoulder injured, but with a hope that they would bring it. And then the guy came and he asked me, are you disposing of your are you disposing the body of your husband? And then I had that thought, like, I wish. And then I thought, like, this is highly inappropriate, Marta. You're not having those thoughts. We do not wish those thoughts to anyone. And then I told him, that's a very funny joke. This is very funny.
Mhm.
And so, like, he asked me, like, to open this up, like, he checked it. And then I was, like, thinking, do I look like a serial killer or someone who would put the body of my husband in a bag, or is he the one who's done it
Woo!
before? Anyway, but like he took that back, and like we shared some jokes, and then he told me normally it's the husbands that dispose their wives. And that struck me, like I didn't laugh at that. And then I'm thinking, this is awful, like in terms of the stereotypical thinking, but it made me feel like grateful for my life and the experience, and the fact that I was able to escape the abusive relationship, because this is not the funny part. The funny part was about my thoughts, that frequently, unfortunately, women, children are murdered, and they're killed because they stay for too long in abusive relationships, or the system doesn't protect them. And him just saying, like, automatically, like that, normally, because I know he didn't mean anything, but then when you watch news, and I don't watch news, when you read newspapers, I don't do it, it's my choice. You
Mhm.
hear those stories, you read those articles about like women being murdered, their kids being like killed because of being sent to unsupervised contact with perpetrators.
Mhm.
So I guess that brought a little bit of like challenging emotions because of the Mercury retrograde. The
Mhm.
funny thing was me dragging that back and actually thinking, of course I wouldn't wish it.
Mhm.
But the fact that I'm sharing that story, and my ex's family, they found me online and they stalked me, and now I'm sharing it and like,
Mhm.
yeah. But no, like there were like many, many layers of that message. Something funny, And then me stopping myself, like, we don't think, of course I didn't. But the other one, like the reality, like why is it always men, like, yeah, that made me think. I wanted to share.
Totally.
uh,
What they're showing me actually is, that's very interesting that he said, is that the body of your husband? And as you are handing over that bag, it could be your emotional baggage that you are releasing, right? And that includes trauma that you may have experienced, static that you may have experienced with your ex-husband, and you are choosing to release it. You're ready to release it. So in a way, you know what? Thank you, Spirit, for bringing this man into your life, meaning the rubbish collector, for bringing those feelings to the surface so that they can go right in the back of uh, that garbage truck and be taken away. Right? You're
mm,
acknowledging them, and you're sending them off with love. You know what I mean? Because you have learned, you have grown, you have escaped and exited that relationship, by the grace of God. And it's very true. It is very true that um, there are a lot of homicides, murders that occur, between husband, wife, between domestic partners with children. I was a domestic violence police officer for the NYPD, the New York
mm-hmm,
City Police Department. Um, for over 17 years, I was a police officer, and I have seen many, many, many tragedies occur between husband and wife, children, going to just being in a home that was tumultuous, not
mm-hmm,
watched over. So it is very true, and thank Goddess that, Marta, you made it out of your situation. Yeah. So
mm-hmm.
we
Yeah,
honor.
and what keeps coming, like, Jana's asking, is it Mercury retrograde now? No, I've checked. I think it's in July, on July 17th, but we can already feel it. So that's why things from the past keep coming back.
Mhm,
Um yeah, what keeps coming, because I keep hearing my grandmother as well, she saved my life on various occasions. And what they frequently mentioned as well, when they remove, I was the focus of the abuse, like my children do have contact with their father, and things have calmed down and they're okay, because I'm not in a equation. But like he threatened me like many times, like mentioning other knives in the flat. And on the night where he was arrested, and I had all the internal red lights, like you have to get out, because things were really, really not okay. I knew I was protected, and stupidly I locked myself in the bathroom, and then my friend was able to call the police, but I left my children in the rooms. But yeah, I'm just getting some flashbacks from the past, and how protected I was by my grandmother in the spirit, because I know, and various people have been channeling her for over, like like during the last, let's say, oh, she crossed over in 2000, was it 2011? Like, yeah, so it's been some years as well. But like, I know she saved my life so many times, but also I want everyone to trust their intuition, because people can tell you, oh, you're making things up, or like, no. But I didn't want to take that chance there, and then like be killed, or someone to kill my children, and then to hear, oh, he wasn't himself, he just acted upon them. Like, no, there's no way I'm taking any chances.
mhm.
So I just wanted to bring that. And oh, look at, and I'm having the cards from Faces of Ocean. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, so I just have four messages here that Spirit says. So we have Urzuli Dantor. As you notice, we have the mother here with her two babies. Urzuli Dantor is a warrior from Haiti. Shout out to the country of Haiti. And it is time to cut cords, just like how you took your rubbish out today. That was definitely an act of cutting cords, removing what does not serve you. Spirit is asking you to do some type of cleansing, right? Whether it's you go to the ocean to cleanse, whether you use an egg to cleanse, right? If you just take an egg and rub it from your crown all the way across your body as you speak positive affirmations to yourself, I am whole, I am cleansed, I am sealed. And then you dispose of the egg. You can crack the egg and read it, or you can give it back to Mama Earth. However, spiritual maintenance is needed. And just know, for the mothers and children out there, and let's also be clear that men do go through physical abuse, mental abuse,
Mm-hmm.
financial abuse. So let's just be very clear about that across the board, because I've seen it. But you are protected, right? Like, look at these golden globes around their crowns. You are divinely guided and protected. However, it's very necessary to unhook any hooks or cords and to cleanse yourself, so you can move forward. But you are protected. Okay, you are worthy. You are worthy of your freedom. Notice the purple, right? So purple is the color, is the domestic violence awareness color. So since we are talking about this, they are really highlighting. I don't know who's watching now or who needs to hear this message.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that you are divinely guided and protected. You are worthy of your freedom. You are worthy of safety. You do not have to stay in any type of situation that is unsafe for you or your children or your animals, just because for money, for the gram, for family, for tradition. You are worthy of your freedom. You're worthy of safety. We have Mbokumu. She is the goddess of soul forgiveness. It is okay. You can forgive yourself. And even if you have been in these situations in the past, like Marta, like myself, you're thinking about, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done this, I should have left, or I should have seen this coming. It is okay. You can forgive yourself, my loves. You can forgive yourself for for your past decisions and what happened when you were unhealed, right? It's okay to and forgive yourself so that you can move on. Also, finally, we have Medusa. She is the goddess of rage, sacred rage. Right. A lot of times as humans, and especially as women, we are taught not to be angry, because when you are angry, girl, you are aggressive. You are the angry black woman. You are crazy. You are all these things, right? You are all these things. However, it is safe to feel your full range of emotions, not just happiness. You you are allowed to feel anger and rage, right? And a lot of times, anger, rage, it comes from the gut, it comes from the soul. And a lot of times it is ancestral. You're carrying things from your ancestors that you don't even know you're carrying, but yet you feel this rage. So it is okay. It is okay to scream. It is okay to let it out. It is okay to cry. It is okay to do all of that. Feel your full range of emotions. You're worthy of that, so that you can heal and move forward. Thank
I
you.
love it. And declutter, channel that energy. A friend of mine asked me, how did you move that sofa out of the room? I'm like, it needed out. How did you
Exactly.
move that wardrobe? Like with one hand because my shoulder. I'm like, it needed out. So like, well, I love decluttering because I'm repeating myself, but you can also channel your anger, frustration, sadness into anything that feels right. And I've been moving energy, and it felt just right. And my kids are coming back. Oh, I've been missing them. I haven't seen them almost 2 weeks. This is the longest time. Normally they're with me, but I've been preparing the rooms, and my son's got a new bed. He didn't want to know like the color of it. And then yesterday I was tidying up my daughter's room, and then it's so sweet to have a daughter. Another joke, and then I bumped into a note, and there are some details about her, and then at the bottom it says, "I have annoying mom." I'm like, I love you, Ella, too. I love you too. So we have very strong personalities. Like we clash, and I'm her mom, not a friend. I tell her to tidy
Yeah.
in her room. I
Yes.
tell her not to be on tablet or all the time. There are rules. Whereas
Yes.
like she goes somewhere else where there are like no rules, and like I have an annoying. I'm like, you can find me annoying. You still have to do things I'm telling you because this is the way it works. Oh, but that's we're being paid for like chores and like this is your responsibility as well. This
That's
is our
right.
household, as an example. But it made me chuckle and like laugh. Like I know she loves me. I love her, and like I have annoying mom. I'm like, how sweet, how sweet. Okay,
Yes.
cards
Yes.
from Faces of Ocean by Goddess Abiola. I never bring the African goddess because I know Rikki always uses them. I love the other deck as well, but I really relate to the Faces of Ocean. And this, oh, the card that jump out. So if you're watching it live or on a replay, this message might be for you.
Yes.
Not well. You always use your discernment, but ocean of soft power, influence, openness, emotional intelligence. You are getting so many downloads from the universe. Your intuition speaks, your ancestors speaks to you. Do not ignore signs that are being presented to you. You are being told to take a leap of faith, to not settle. And if you've been hoping for certain projects to really go ahead, now it's this time to follow those like breadcrumbs and to allow yourself to for your reality to change. You have ocean of the drought, fear, insecurity, scarcity. Like it's all those limiting beliefs that are they're keeping you stuck. You have to, if you want, to go through the fear and go through every single challenging emotion. Hi, Fran. Hi, Marta. I'm so happy to see you here. I'm happy to be here as well. Thank you. Yes, I'm doing live with my friend Rikki.
Hi, friend.
Hello, hello. Yes, my first live after a week of break and grieving and being away. Yeah, I'm happy to be here as well. So you are being encouraged to go through any of the challenging emotions, ask for support if you're not able to do it on your own, and know that what you're hoping, what you're desiring, it's on the other end of the tunnel. You have to lean on to support from the angels, support from your guides, and then go for it, because you do not want to live a life of regret. I wish I had done that, I wish I've tried. Like, just try it. And if it doesn't work for you, if you don't like it, then you can like make another choice. But like, do
Exactly.
not settle. Like, okay, ocean. Okay, let's see. What do we? You're basically. We are coming to this to the end of the cycle, ocean of the dusk. We're going through transitions, like so many of you are going through, like completing certain things, and I keep hearing as well, because there's a keyword here, closure. Like sometimes you're not going to get a closure the way you think you a closure should looks like in terms of relationships with other people. So if you had recently maybe separated from your partner, or maybe, yeah, this is what keeps coming. Like sometimes you're not going to have an opportunity for closure, or to speak your truth, or for anyone to apologize.
Mm.
But it's about finding your own way of closing a certain situation, relationship, and finding, well, meaning, a life lesson, and being able to move on. And the word forgiveness keeps coming to me as well, in terms of like, in terms of the domestic abuse story with her. Like this is the most challenging forgiveness that you will ever be able to make. It's about forgiving someone who never felt any remorse, or would have never apologized, and
Mm.
it's still like taking that forgiveness, and being okay with that. And you have ocean of shame and regret, guilt, remorse, self-loathing. Like, your reality can change. You do not have to be in self pity, martyr, low vibration energy. Of course, allow all of the emotions to pass through you, but keep asking for support. And today, before I recorded a beautiful podcast, I pulled another angel card, and it was about brotherhood and sisterhood. Well, first of all, not only you have the spirit team on your side, Reach out to your brothers and sisters. You do not have to suffer on your own. And if you don't have people, like minded people who can really lift you up, set an intention, like spirit, like, please bring me people who can help me. Like, you know that there's always help available. And if you don't see it for yourself, like, ask for help and support. And then what spirit world wants you really to tap into, because you're depriving yourself from feeling passion. We have oceans, desire, passion, longing, drive. Life is to be beautiful. Like, why are you not living life to the fullest? Why are you not happy? Why are you, like, the fact that you're, for instance, grieving, the fact that you're maybe upset or you got hurt and various things happened in the past, they happened in the past. You're not rewriting the story, you're not erasing the past, but your life happens and is happening here and now.
Mhm.
And the spirit world, your soul wants you to have fun. Your soul wants you to love and be loved. And there's nothing more important than, yeah, than love on this plane. And we know the opposite is the fear. So spirit world really wants you to tap into your heart space, your soul, and to make decisions, whether big or small, from that heart space, from that center. And then to really take inventory and ask yourself, what really turns me on? What really sets me on fire? Like, what is meaningful in this lifetime? And concentrate on those things, because you're going to get all those creative downloads, and you're going to attract opportunities, people who are a vibrational match. Okay, I'll finish here. Hello, hello to everyone else who's joining. So lovely to see you.
Yes. Wow.
Hmm.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah. I don't know for what, but I'm like, what have I just said? Oh, yeah. But
Just,
yeah.
talking about, there seems to be a thread today, a common thread
Mm-hmm.
along domestic violence.
Mm.
Um, you mentioned, forgiveness. We got the soul forgiveness card here. Um, my father and I had a conversation a couple of years ago on my 40th birthday. And it was regarding, and I said, my dad has been in my life my whole time. My parents were married, they got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
He was a great father. However, he wasn't perfect. And there were things that I witnessed in the family home as a child, violence that I witnessed. And um, the conversation that my father and I had on my 40th birthday, he brought me flowers and balloons and all these beautiful things. And Spirit had told me to have a conversation with him. And I asked him, I says, Dad, you know, did you ever think about the impact witnessing you put my mom in a headlock?
Mm.
Do you ever think about what that did to me? And he sat back on my couch and he said, no. He said, no. And he apologized to me. He
Wow.
apologized. Yes, he did. He apologized to me.
Mm.
He apologized to me. He says, no, Rick, I never even thought about it.
Mm.
And we had such a beautiful conversation. He was sitting on my couch and I was sitting on the floor right beside him, kind of like looking up at him. And it was such a beautiful conversation. So just know that people can change, people can apologize, and it's okay to forgive. It is okay to forgive, because just how I made that comment on Facebook 6 years ago
Mm.
happened with my dad. Oh my goddess, let's say 35 years ago. Um, he was a
Mm.
different person. He was a different person. He was in a different place in his life. So, um, just the common thread of forgiveness, knowing your worth, and love, and love is the answer.
Look at the candle that I chose for, well, today when doing readings and recording, I don't want to promote anything, but I'll give you, like, you can look at the title.
Love, yes,
Yeah. It's
love.
geranium. So yeah, there are various themes that like, and I pick up, and yeah, that's the one I've been using today. Yeah.
Yeah, love is the answer. And I bought a pair of sheets maybe in January, and it says love all over it, all over them. It
Mm.
says love, 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 love with donuts.
Mm.
And I
Nice.
sleep on those sheets every single night. I take them off my bed, I wash them, and I put them right
Hmm.
on because I'm infusing myself with that frequency, with that emotion of love. And not just romantic love, love for myself first and
Hmm.
foremost, and love for the world. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. And after a 4 hour live, they finished. Is anyone still here? Are you still watching live? Because Rikki and I, we can talk for hours. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we laugh, we exchange messages. I'm like, we should maybe hop on a call instead of like leaving messages back and forth. But oh, love it, love it, love it. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so glad that it is you that I did my first live with. And thank you, everyone who's joined us, because you create that beautiful energy. You're part of that beautiful community. We really appreciate you. Thank you for all of the beautiful comments. Thank you for just being
Yeah.
here, and I hope you're proud of yourself for showing up for yourself and taking some time out to listen to those crazy ladies who are channeling. uh, my heart is just so filled with gratitude and joy. Courtney saying your lives together are so fun and
Aw,
enlightening.
thank you,
Thank
Courtney.
you.
Thank you.
Mm,
Spirit
thank
wants
you.
wants me to mention our retreat real quick.
Okay,
Just
okay, okay, okay.
to let people know that we did it, y'all. Martha and I did our 3-day virtual retreat, Awaken the Divine Feminine.
Mm,
Thank you to all the goddesses that joined us live and on the replay, right?
yeah.
Wow. It was 3 days of magic. We danced, of course. We opened with dancing. We opened with lighting our candle. We closed with dancing. We channeled messages. We discussed rituals. It was so much fun. Oh, we played a beautiful game with picking a sign from the universe, uh, give us universe, give us a sign, and we each picked an animal, and all of us saw each other's thing that we picked. You picked a sunflower. I picked a white bird. So we were exchanging images. It was so much fun. So next time, join us. Yeah, join us on our next retreat. We don't know when it is. It'll be soon. However,
Mm.
and then of course we're going to do stuff in person too, in
Oh
different
yeah. We're
countries.
manifesting for things to happen in various parts of the world, and
Yes,
we both not only like we know it's happening, so we'll keep you posted when
yes,
there'll be an opportunity for you to join us in person. But the virtual ones are fun as well, and so there's something, well, there are many positives of being online, and yeah, because we're in different parts of the world and we're still able to come together. So I loved that retreat, and I know we are going to be creating so many more. So yeah.
yeah. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Marta, as always, for your platform. I just really want to give gratitude to you for supporting me in this new realm that I'm in, social media, going live, sharing my gifts, channeling messages. You have really, you are a mentor. Someone asked me a couple of days ago, do you think of Marta as a mentor? And I said, absolutely. So thank you so much for your guidance. I really, really, really love you and appreciate you very much.
I love you too. I appreciate you too. Thank you so much for, well, being in my space. And yeah, I think with that, we'll finish or we'll be digressing for the next 3 hours. I'm sending everyone so much love, whether you're watching it live or on a replay, and we will be back.
Yeah.
You'll not get rid of us. We will be back. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye
Bye.
bye.